What's going on, guys? It's your boy Bev, and we're back with Backtesting Until I Am Profitable, episode 5. In this episode, we're going to be finishing off the rest of August 2019 from yesterday's video. So let's go ahead and just hop straight into it. Let's load up the session here, and we already have the Forex factory going on. So we have no news, no news, no news, orange folder Thursday, and red folder Fed Chair Powell speaks on Friday. So let's go ahead and see if we can turn this month around. All right. Actually, let me make sure. What the fuck was that? All right, 9:30. All right, let's. Okay, this is a fucking eyesore. How do I take this off? I do not want that, bro. This shit is fucking atrocious. Honestly, whatever. We're not gonna let it bother. Not gonna let it bother us. All right, so we reacted here from the weekly. Is there a 4-hour change in state? All right, yeah, cool. We do have a 4-hour change in state. Definitely start targeting that out. Okay, obvious draw higher on the daily as well. It does seem that we are forming a bunch of low resistance liquidity here, which is something I don't like, but I mean, we have this fair value gap here that broke structure. So I would ideally want to see price come into there. See what these sessions have done. So it's Monday, no news. Asia just expanded up. We have this gap down below us. We have the highs taken out. Literally looks like a bunch of low resistance liquidity. Shit. All right, we're inside this 4-hour. This hourly above as well. Honestly, I would not be opposed to taking some shorts here, even though the draw is higher. I just don't like the LRL and the fact that we don't even have the London low taken out. Let's go ahead and see. Is there any 15s we can come into within that hourly? Yes, there is. So, you guys know the deal. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward till 10. See what we do. 9:52. Okay, what time is it now? 10. Alright, so what have we done? So we respect the 4-hour. Alright. We sweep out buy side, huge rejection wick into the hourly. Do we have that 5-minute change in state? Not yet. But if we do get a 5-minute change in state, and then, or if we get like a retrace into here, I would be looking to take this short. So do we have any SMT or anything? Yes, and we also do have an SMT as well up here. So yeah, as much as I want to be bullish right now, just we're not really in a good area to long, in my opinion. So, let's see. Any important 5 minutes here? Yeah, we have these. So ideally, I would want to come into like one of these and then short. Let's go ahead and see what we do. All right, there we go. There's the setup. Do we have a SMT as well? Yes, we actually did have an SMT with that as they're equal highs actually, but fuck it. We're gonna go ahead and take that. We can probably, yep, 2 to 1. And let's see if this plays out. I like the instant rejection out of that 5-minute. Was nice, fast, and we pretty much had inversion, everything as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this, mark it. All right, there we go. Break even now. Oof, unfortunately, we got break even. Can we get a re-entry though? Can we get a re-entry? Let's see. Okay, yes, we actually tapped into this 15, so we can see if we can probably get like a re-entry. And we also have a 15-minute. Fuck, if I could just grab this, that'd be lovely. Fuck. All right, so we actually tapped the 15 breaker as well. 5-minute high taken out. Okay. All right, I would want to see. Okay, we might have this set up soon. So sweep again. Okay, what are we doing? What are we expecting? Okay, it looks like we're gonna come back up into that 5-minute. Resweep. Time is it? Okay, so unfortunately, another break even day. Let's go ahead and move on to the next day here. Tuesday, no news again. Okay, Tuesday, August. Okay. Let's go ahead and reset this. Where are we at? Where are we at on the daily? So what do we do on the daily? So, ooh, daily has no, what has like a fucking little small bottom wick. We have this unfilled imbalance too. 4-hour has been violated. We get the sweep of the high. So it looks like we are drawing higher to the draw on liquidity. These are equal highs as well. Okay. And then unfilled imbalances below us too. See, is there an hourly we're expecting? Let's see. Check it out real quick. So these are all wicks up until this point. So unfortunately, we have violated that. We're respecting the order block though. So respecting the order block. Okay, looks like it could be just a classic sell day. Looks like we're gonna go for that Asia low. So we could definitely try to target out this, followed by this bunch of LRL. Yeah, so definitely I would be bearish. I do want to see price come into here for the week. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip till 10. Okay, so we go ahead and just take that out off rip. Let's go to 10 o'clock. What have we done? Alright, so we have displaced past these lows and we have closed past them. Looks like ES is following along as well. We have this 15-minute that broke structure. If we get a retrace into here, looks like we already tapped the 5. Let's see. Honestly, I want to see a retrace here into the 15 and then look for a move lower. If we get that, cool. If not, it is what it is. Okay, there we sweep it out. Time is it? 15. Do we violate the 15? Okay, so the 15 holds. We're inside the order block. We also have these as well. Tap into anything else? Respect this hourly. Not, okay, off this 4 hour. We don't have a 15-minute, unless we get a 15-minute change in state, I'm still gonna be bearish. Resweep. Consolidation like a motherfucker, I'm not even gonna lie. So we swept out the 15-minute high. Once we invert that, I'll probably be open to taking that. Let's see. Here's a 4-minute actually. Oh, get out of the resweep, I guess. Okay. Oh, unfortunately, we did not respect that, but we do pull the 5 and we sweep out the 5. Yeah, this isn't really looking too probable here, to be honest. Unless we invalidate this 5, I wouldn't want to take anything else. Let's see. Okay, do we have that 15-minute change in state? Yeah, so we had that 15-minute change in state. Where was it? What time was it? At 10:45. Unfortunately, this is just going to be a no trade day. There wasn't really anything that I liked. Going short, we didn't. Yeah, it would have just been a break-even day. We're just going to go on to the next day here. Really low probable conditions. Wednesday, August 21st. Okay, what are we doing now? Okay, so we have an SMT with that, so we no longer really have to come into that imbalance. We have change in state as well. Okay, I'm going to definitely be bullish here. Let's see. Expansion. Damn, dude, again, we don't have any sort of time-based liquidity low that's taken out, which is something that I do require in my trade. So I mean, if we just move up, we could maybe try to catch a short into London low. But I mean, ideally, I want to see at least London low get taken out before I consider any long. So I'm gonna go ahead and just skip to 10 a.m. What do we do? What do we do? So we invalidate that. Okay, 4-hour high taken out. 4-hour gap right here. Yeah, dude, really nothing. I don't even think there's a valid short set up here. Let's see, a 15 maybe. Yeah, so as much as I even want a short, I don't even think we have a valid short entry here unless we make like some sort of like PD raise. Yeah, very, very choppy market. 9:30 comes, open displace, we're not really displacing anywhere here. Yep, another no trade day for me. This is just very, very bad price action. Yeah, didn't even reject off anything on this side. Next trading day. As much as I would love to like try to force a trade and stuff, I'm trying to get really better because one of my biggest like bad habits I would say is forcing a trade when it's not there. So I mean, I didn't like those conditions, and as you guys could see, it was very choppily moving in one direction, which is something that I didn't like. So I mean, with that being said, we didn't force a trade. That's something I'm very, very, very happy about. So let's go ahead and see here. So price ends up coming to this 4-hour. Let's go ahead and just mark that up. So it came to this 4-hour. We swept out this low. We have an SMT with that low as well. So liquidity. We have SMT as well. Okay, let's go ahead and mark that up. So we have SMT inside this hourly, but we have not broken structure though. We kind of just wick above it. But yeah, manipulation lower SMT. Yeah, we could definitely go for the Asian highs as well. So I mean, we might have a trade here prior to 10, to be honest. So let's see if we react to any of these levels. All right, so we resweep here. All right, so we rest swept. We resweep. Do we get like an instant rejection out? Yes, we do, but I'm not liking that. Very choppy, just moving up. Okay, going to a bit of a consolidation here. It's failing to displace anywhere. Okay, there we go. Move lower. Alright, so we move lower. Liquidity swept. Okay. Side the 15 now. See, can we get a fast reaction to the upside? Okay, what are we doing? So we're coming lower. See if this 15 holds. Oh, we come to the lower 15. Alright, so come to the lower 15 minute. We resweep again. We're just not, which price just isn't respecting it. So even though in my opinion we had a classic buy day profile, clearly not. We want to move lower. So where could we possibly draw into? We have this SMT protected low. We have this hourly gap. We have this other hourly gap. So we have both the session lows taken out. Ooh, actually I didn't see this SMT with the SMT with Asia up there. So we can probably flip our narrative to bearish now just because of that SMT. We have important gaps. We have a breaker. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna switch to bearish here. But I think it's just gonna fucking dump with no retrace. Yep, so it literally just quite frankly dumps with no retrace again. So there's nothing I could do there, unfortunately. Did not have a setup. Had I noticed the SMT, let's see. Like, had I noticed SMT? Yeah, either way, we didn't get a single retrace. No trade day for me again. All right, Friday, August 23rd, 10 a.m. news. So we're going to go ahead and just skip to 10 a.m. on this part. But as you can see, we ended up coming into, whoop. Go ahead and clear up the chart. What's the daily candle doing? Okay, so we come inside this daily fair value gap. We don't have an hourly change in state out of that. It's looking like it is a classic sell day as well. So in that case, what can we target out? We definitely go for this no wick here. Definitely draw lower into there. And let's skip to 10 because there's 10 a.m. news. So there's 10. 10 opens higher into this important 15-minute gap that broke structure. We are, however, under the opening prices, which is something that I do not like. So we come to the 4. We do come into this 15-minute as well, but I'm gonna stick to my bearish narrative here. Really don't want to try to focus on trying to catch every single move. Okay, what do we do? So 15, okay. Okay, we've actually already had our setup here, so do you have any inversions? Nope. But what is this? This is 10 a.m. high. The New York Open. Okay, at least we're above the New York Open, so this could probably work into this low. Sell market, and let's see if we can take this. So super buy side, change the state of delivery here. Pretty much got like a nice displacement down. So let's see if we can get this to work. Nope, unfortunately we get stopped out right there. We're gonna go on to the next day, but let's see what the market even ends up doing here. Okay, so unfortunately the narrative and the idea was correct. Unfortunately we ended up getting stopped out. Unfortunately that happens. But let's see here. We come down. Do we even have a valid setup here? Yeah, we had a valid setup right here. But yeah, unfortunately, it just ended up dumping a couple minutes after. There's nothing I can do about that. We're down 1.5 on the account. We have this last week to try to recuperate it and bring it back. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and try to do here. So we have 8:30 news, we have 10 a.m. news, and 10:30 news. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. It's a new week. Let's see. Whoops. All right, daily. Okay, weekly. All right, so we're displacing down from the weekly. We've had a change in state. Okay, we're inside this 4 hour. Okay, yeah, I'm still gonna go ahead and just maintain my bearish narrative here. And okay, this just okay. Don't even have this taken out. Don't even have that taken out. We do have the highs manipulated into this 15 as well. And again, let's go ahead and just skip to 10, 30, 5, 10 a.m. There we go. So 10 a.m. we come to here. We're displacing lower off of that. Let's see what we can do. Wow, and I honestly missed my setup because I fast forwarded way too fast, but it's okay. See if we can catch a continuation here. Do time to a 5. All right, so we tapped to a 5. Okay. All right, so we tapped into a 5. Side of this. Respecting that 930 gap. We're above midnight opening price. Okay, if we get a CISD here, I will be taking it. Okay, resweep. Okay, looks like it's just gonna chop and move sideways now for whatever reason. We reswept the 5 again. Okay, off New York opening, off the opening prices here. And again, I just don't get a setup. I had this one. If I didn't fast forward too fast, 10 a.m. would have opened higher. Right here would have been the CISD I would have taken out of that 15. And as you can see, it would have hit, but unfortunately I did fast forward a little bit way too fast. So there's nothing I can do about that. So yeah, we're just gonna move back on to Tuesday. And let's see what we can do. So as you can see, we're gonna go ahead and just skip to 10, so that way we see if that 4 hour gets respected or not. So it doesn't. We're delivering off of this. Okay, we have that high we can come for. Okay, accumulation, manipulation of the Asia low. Okay, I'd be open to taking some longs here. See if we have a 15 we can come into. So we don't have any 15 that's made. We don't really have any PD arrays that are made. Anything, like, to be honest, this shit's just kind of moving fucking sideways. Let's see. Okay, so we come down lower. We could possibly react from these lows, if anything. So let's see what we can do. And still just very choppy, moving fucking sideways, not doing much. Okay, yep, so again, no setup, again, whatsoever. 10 a.m. just fucking moving sideways, moving very, very slow. We have an 11 a.m. open low. Let's see if we can try to catch a move here off the 11 open. I don't trade 11, but let's see if it'll be possible. Nope, not looking like it's going to be possible, as we're just going to go ahead and say fuck the daily profile. Price is going to do whatever it wants. Yep, pretty much just said fuck the daily profile, seek and destroy conditions. We're going on to the next day, guys. Wednesday, August 28th, 10:30 news. We have relative equal highs above. Okay, we have an SMT with this. We already tapped the 4 hour. We violated that, but we still came down regardless. Okay, we tapped the 15 as well. Okay, I guess we say fuck that SMT, I believe. Okay, yeah, so we say fuck that SMT. We sweep out the low. We need a 15-minute change in delivery to the upside, which we have right here, and it's still currently being respected, but we don't have any gaps. Okay, 9:30 opens. Okay, about 10. So what do we do here coming to 10 a.m.? Okay, we'll sweep that. Do we have a 5-minute at least? Okay, so we have a 5-minute we come into, but I mean, we haven't really broken structure anywhere. Like, it's just kind of very, like, we're just wicking stuff. So, I mean, we're inside a 5-minute, which is something we gotta take into consideration here. Okay, there we go. So I like that displacement. I'm gonna go ahead and enter on a limit here. See if we can get entered in. If not, it is what it is. Alright, there we are. We're entered. Give me a second, chat. Go. 15. Looks like LRL. Delivered off this already. Alright, see if this works as a continuation to the upside. And let's see. And it works, but we get stopped out, unfortunately. So nothing I can do about that there. Let's see. Trade plays out. Unfortunately, we get fucking stopped out. But what the fuck can I do about that? Follow my rules, follow the narrative. Just fortunately, could not do anything about it right there and then. So we're going to go on to the next day. Take that single loss. Thursday, August 29th. Let's see. 8:30, 8:30. Let's check it out. Oh, Lord. Is Asia sponsored? Asia is not sponsored either. We do have crazy displacement higher. Alright, I would honestly only want a long from here because they broke structure through the Asia high. So, unless you get a retrace into that hourly, I am honestly not interested in anything. Holy shit, this fucking August 2019 price action is actually so bad. Let's go ahead and see what we're doing. Alright, so we come to 10. We form a 15-minute that broke structure, but we don't really have any liquidity. Well, we have SMT with this low. Let's see. Do we get anything that we can take? Anything valid? Okay, we come lower. Taking forever to get a change in state of delivery. It's just gonna chop. Okay, we come lower into there. Okay, so we come into the 15. Wait, actually, no, we don't. This would be the 15. Okay, let's see. And it just fucking begins to move sideways. Very, very, very bad price action. Holy shit. This is honestly this is probably the hardest and the worst price action that I have ever traded, if I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys. Friday, August 30th. I mean, can we at least get one dub? Let's see. Okay, we come to this hourly. Asia is not sponsored again. So weird because I'm trying to pair this with the daily profile and how they should work, but it's just saying fuck the daily profile, fuck this. Like, it's just doing whatever it wants right now. So we took out. We violated this. We're moving higher. Yeah, this long. Okay, we have an SMT with that as well. Inside the 4-hour. If you have a 15-minute change in state, then yeah, I'm gonna be bearish. Okay, yeah, so this would be the change in state right there. Yep, we have a change in state. Okay. Do we tap anything? 10 a.m. opens higher into absolutely nothing. It's just gonna proceed to fucking. Okay, so off the 5-minute right there. Okay, we have this. Let's see if we can catch a short here. Do we have 15 though? Okay, so we tap to the 15. CISD, everything. Okay, we have everything that I require for the model here. And we also have an SMT with this. So, I mean, let's go ahead and see if this hits. Okay, there we go. Break even. We get broke even, chat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try this continuation here. 2 to 1. Can we get it? Okay, I'm going to go break even there. Let's see, move this. Okay. And at least we came out with a dub. First trade right here was a break even, but I mean, I was very confident in the narrative and the draw. Unfortunately, we still ended the month off on a $1,000 loss, but honestly, for trading a whole month and having a bunch of break evens and, you know, pretty much losing majority of the month, that's pretty good. I would still have my eval account at the very end of the month. So, I mean, for full transparency, here are the stats. We took a total of 12 trades, 2 being winners, 6 being losers, and 4 of them being break even. We maintained a consistent 2 to 1 risk reward, which is what I like to follow. And if you go ahead and just look at the calendar here, we did not trade a lot of these days in August. We simply just did not get our setup, or we didn't get entered. So as you can see, first day, winner. Actually, no. No trade, no trade, no trade, winner, break even, no trade, loser, break even, no trade, 2 losses, loss, no trade, break even, no trade, no trade, no trade, loss, no trade, no trade, loss, no trade, and a winner. So although as you guys can see, even though we lost 1, two, three, four, five out of pretty much so we lost out of the fucking green days that we had. You can see here we had way more losses than we did wins. This day, had I not taken two trades, had I only stuck to one, we would only be down $500 on the month. But as you can see, we're only down 2%. So this is where risk management comes in, and just knowing when to trade and not to trade can really save you a lot of money, because I could have very easily forced a trade on this day, that day when my setup clearly wasn't there. And if you guys watched the video along thoroughly, you guys would see, had I forced a trade, they would have been losers. But again, due to just practicing good risk management, practicing good habits, we were able to minimize our losses, and only walk away from the month being down $1,000. But that could have very easily been, if you want to go ahead and do the math really quick, 500, 1,000, 1.5, 2.5, 3K, 3.5, 4K, 4.5, 5K, 5.5, 6K. Like, I could have very easily been down way more than fucking 5 grand in a month. But just practicing good risk management, good habits, we were able to walk away with basically just a little slap on the wrist and only being down $1,000 on the account, which is way better than damn near fucking blowing the account. So I mean, even though I'm not content with this month's results, it was very hard price action to trade and price action to read, if I'm just going to be fully honest and transparent. I did struggle to trade this month. My setup was not presenting itself a lot of the time, and the market conditions just honestly simply were not ideal to be trading. A lot of the times, we just either draked up or draked down in one direction without a single opportunity of a retrace, or we just dead ass move sideways for the whole session, and at the very last like 5 minutes of the session it decides to move in a direction. But again, this is exactly what we backtest for. It's exactly what I'm making these videos for, so that way I'm being fully transparent with you guys in terms of my strategy, if I'm winning, if I'm losing, because I know there's gonna be people out there who are in the same boat as I am, who can probably relate to some backtesting results like this. You just don't have a good month, and that's how trading goes. You're gonna have good months, you're gonna have bad months, you're gonna have a bad week. As long as you're able to manage your risk and trade, how would I say, trade responsibly, I would say. You could still, at the very least, minimize your losses, and if you minimize your losses, that's going to do a lot for your mental in terms of like your trading. Like, for example, had I been like 6K down on like the on the month or whatever, I kind of whatever, I'm just gonna fucking take this. I'm already down like 6 bands on the account. Like, you start to take and force a lot of stupid trades. But if you stick to your risk management rules, you stick to your strategy, your model. As you can see, even though I did lose and have a bunch of break even days, I was not scared to execute my model when it presented itself. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys were able to learn something, if you guys were able to relate, and if you guys want to go ahead and follow me along on the journey to becoming a full-time profitable trader, make sure you subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. I greatly appreciate any constructive criticism, or anywhere if you guys can point out any mistakes that I'm making. I'm greatly open to any advice, whether it's positive, negative. That's what I'm making these videos for, not only for people out there to relate, and not just me documenting my journey, but overall in general, there are better traders out there who can definitely give me some words of advice, some words of encouragement that will definitely help me reach my goal of becoming a full-time funded day trader. So again, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave it a like, give a comment, make sure you subscribe. Hope you have a nice day, morning, evening, wherever it is that you're at. Thank you guys so much for watching.